many citizens knows about the freedom of what is going in the earth? So if this is the second when they are going to do some atrocity, who has to question the atrocity? Only lawyers can alone question the atrocity of the police. None other can do that. We are the person. We are the person. Whoever may be. Even maybe an IG or the police constable, and who of the authority, we are having a power to question him. The Indian police has such a redundant velocity of maintaining the crimes or problems after letting it happen. The public police contracts involve only the law enforcement. The public order maintenance, intelligence collections of the basic trust on which our police work, manning the enormous population of this magnitude, which has such vast diversity. No doubt it's a gigantic task, but the priorities of our police force have been misplaced, and the building of police force on massive scale also gives to rise a suspicion. The existing police act represents the colonial mode and is designed to serve the interest of the ruling establishment. This is the most important one thing I wanted to say. The first police commission appointed in 1860 has made the recommendation only with the communal in mind, and it says the functions of police are either the protective or repressive or detective. It is deplorable to note that even after 63 years after the independence, that in India, the laws governing the police in India have not been changed. The existing police act tends to create only force substantiate to the interest of the ruling establishment. The said act lays down the duties of the police are to obey orders of superiors and collect intelligence, prevent and detect offences. The act does not suggest even slightly that giving service to the people and working closely to gain that trust is also the duty of the police, which the norms of the modern police everywhere. The colonial police setup was found to be unsatisfactory even by the British rulers themselves. The Police Commission in 1902, it is very clearly elaborated, has been said, itself found that the colonial police force set up by the Britishers themselves was less efficient. See, why should I say, when we go to police station, we have to give respect, otherwise you have to say, sir, this, that, otherwise they will get annoyed. Even the normal people, see, I am not joking, see, because this is the problems we are facing day to day. So therefore, because of shortage of time, I am going to my speech.
Thank you, Mr. Prabhakar, and for that great suggestion. Let me share with all of you that Mr. Prabhakaran was a bodybuilder of a big repute, and he was Mr. Tamil Nadu. So before differing with him, think twice. I was expecting some discussion. I would like to just be 2-3 minutes. I will finish off. I wanted to invite the attention of the House on the appraisal system of the performance of the police. How many police officers? The police officers are appraised on the basis of the convictions that they achieve. They are not given, they are not judged on the basis of the quality of investigation. That the appraisal has to be more transparent, appraisal has to be more justified, and appraisal has to be non-partial. If a person with impeccable integrity is bypassed by a person of questionable integrity, it's a terribly demoralizing factor. I was expecting some comments on that. Second point that is, Mr. Venkatesan is sitting here. The second point is the nexus of the police with the media and the effect of the media on the investigation quality. This tendency of getting your photograph published in the latest copy of Hindu, that I have caught this man, I have caught this man, I have done this, I have this, has to stop. This has to stop. Therefore, the police has to be sensitized that they should not unnecessarily intermeddle with the media. If they stop going and meddling with the media, media will also not come to them, media will also not pay attention to them, and media will restrict it to a very responsible news reporting. That will be another factor. Third factor which is not considered by anybody is this, the ratio of the citizen and police. What is the ratio? We are hopelessly low. Why are we not employing more constables? Why are we not having more police stations? Why are we not having more police officers? This can be done in state of Uttaranchal. I don't know whether any of you comes from Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand now. There is a institution called village police. Though when I was the Chief Justice of that state, I denigrated that system, that should not be there. But all the youth, all the unemployed youth could be given at least 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees and could be used as the assisting the police system. That will take care of our unemployment also. Why should the literate village youth who unnecessarily roams and adds to the crime, because empty mind is devil's workshop. So why can't he be utilized as a para-police force? Let a para-police force be created so as to control the crime. Fourth, then there has to be a separation of duty. Unfortunately, though the readers, the speakers did refer to that, but there has to be a definite separation of duties of a police officer. Investigating concept, we call him writer Jamadar. We have writer Jamadar. His only job is to write in the police station in that horribly illegible handwriting. All of us, when we read the charge sheets, we understand what is what and what is not. So there has to be a last but the least. What about the human rights of the policeman? What about the human rights? There is always a shout that he has done this, he has done that. But have you looked into the conditions of his service? Have you looked at his human rights? Have you looked at the injustices that he has to face? Have you considered that a constable has to live in a 1.5 room quarter without any electricity or without any? Have you considered that he has to bear the cold in those canvas shoes? Are you considerate towards the human rights of the police? Human rights of the police is also a subject we'll have to be. Last but not the least, even at the cost of self-worth, I don't agree that the police are to be blamed. I don't agree that the lawyers should go to the police station. Lawyers, it is not the lawyer's job to go to the police station. They should not go to the police station. When the lawyers come, I have nothing against, look here, both the parents were lawyers, both the children are lawyers. My son is a lawyer, my daughter-in-law is a lawyer, I am a lawyer, my wife is a lawyer. And so on, my mother was also a lawyer, my father is also a lawyer. I come from a lawyer's family having 19 lawyers in our. None of us has ever visited the police station. None of us have ever thought of pelting the stones at the police. None of us have thought of boycotting the court. Can the lawyers say that we boycott the court and it is our right? Further, by becoming a lawyer, do you have any special rights other than the other citizens? When a person is jabbed in the open by the police, have you ever bothered about a common man being jabbed on the public corner? Have you closed the court on that account? But let it be a lawyer, you immediately come. That is your unity. Good. You must have the unity. There is no question about it. But that unity has to be used for the constructive work. not for the respective works. When somebody throws an egg to the sitting High Court, in the High Court, what did you do? Is the question. There are so many things. When you ransack the corridors of the court, break the glass panes of the courts, and dance before the court when the court is in session, is it the task? That is the, we, all brothers and sisters, the time has come when we all, I am also not exempt, I am a judge, I am not exempt, we must introspect what we are doing. Therefore I say that serious introspection. Am I true to my sort? Am I doing my duty? Am I doing properly in doing a particular thing? If we all introspect and if we all really start doing these things, there is a beautiful Bengali poem. Ke loibe amar karjo bollo sondhya rubi. Who will do the task of lighting the world? Ask the setting sun. This is Tagore. Shuniya shara jagat roilo niruttaro chobi. When this question was asked, the whole world came to a standstill and stopped silent like a picture. Matir prodip chilo, she bollo shami. There was a small earthen lamp. It said, my Lord, amar jetuku hoibe koribo shiva ami. Jitna mere se ho sakta hai, main to karunga. Brothers and sisters, let's resolve that whatever I can do, I will do. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we don't have any time. I'm sorry we could not give any time to you.
We are sufficiently excited, sir.
Gentlemen, the topic of the evening is freedom of the press. And first of all, I request Mr. George Joseph to kindly come and share his views on the topic. Mr. George Joseph. He is Director of the School of Indian Legal Thought, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam, Kerala.
Respected President of International Jurists Council, Dr. Adis Agarwala, Professor David, Professor Dr. Shivakumar, senior lawyers, and other distinguished participants. The topic which I would share with you will be like this: a right to information, freedom of press, and legislative privileges are the overview of Indian scenario. According to me, these are the three pillars based on which the democratic polity of this country is